Hello everyone, my name is Infinity and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course the law of attraction. Today we're going to be talking about how to manifest someone specific. This method is part of a process known as remote seduction. It sounds like a fancy term, but essentially remote seduction just means consciously creating a romantic relationship with a specific person by directing your thoughts in intentional ways. The thing about remote seduction is it sounds so deceivingly mystical and outlandish, but the truth is, every romantic relationship you have ever had in your life is actually the result of you, most likely unconsciously, using the law of attraction to attract that specific person into your life. Think back on your previous relationships. Most likely, you began as strangers, and over time, you developed some kind of a crush on them, some kind of a physical, mental, or emotional attraction that made you want to romantically pursue them. Now the question is, where does this attractive feeling truly come from? When we say we're attracted to someone, what we mean is we are literally feeling an energetic pull toward this person, and we interpret that energetic pull in the feelings of physical attraction, a romantic spark, chemistry. There are so many words used to describe this energetic sensation. Because it's all energy, we can actually consciously direct energy to create a sort of magnetic, attractive pull between us and another person. And that is exactly what I'm going to teach you how to do through this video. I'm going to share with you my number one most powerful and effective technique for creating a romantic relationship, for attracting any specific person into your life using nothing but the power of your thoughts. But first, I just want to say that, as in all of my videos, I'm going to be mentioning several different subliminal tracks throughout this video. Those of you who regularly watch my channel know that I am incredibly passionate about subliminals, so much so that I've created my own personal library of over 100 powerful subliminal affirmations tracks, and I'm now sharing all of those with all of you. So if I mention a subliminal specifically in this video, now you'll know what I'm talking about, and it will also be linked below in the description box. So if you're interested in checking it out, you can get more information on it that way. All new members are able to test out every single one of these subliminals completely free for 7 days. And I promise you, by the end of those 7 days, you will begin to feel major energetic shifts within your body and manifested within your life. So I just wanted to put that out there as a little aside. Like I said, all attraction is nothing more than energy. Now, I want you to reflect back again on how one of your previous romantic relationships started. I guarantee that you often daydreamed about this person. You may have listened to music and imagined being in a relationship with this person. What you may not have realized at the time is that by doing this, you were accidentally, unconsciously using remote seduction, using the law of attraction to bring about a relationship with this person. Now you could wonder about whether you were attracted to them first or they were attracted to you first. You could go back and forth wondering who really pursued who. But at the end of the day, another way to look at it is neither of you pursued the other. You were simply energetic magnets for one another. So the goal here with remote seduction and through this very powerful technique is to create that kind of magnetism between you and another person. So, how do we go about doing this consciously? Well, step one, and the most obvious step, is to set an intention. As I always say here on this channel, the universe responds specifically to specific desires. If you're unclear about what you want, the universe will reflect that energetic chaos back to you. That's why when I say that step one is to set an intention, I like to add to that and say, commit to that intention. I find this is especially important when it comes to manifesting someone specific. Because here's what often happens. Someone hears about remote seduction. They have a little bit of a crush on someone, and they think to themselves, okay, I'm going to try this out and see if it works. So they go through the steps I'm about to show you, and they envision themselves in a relationship with this person. They meditate on it. They do the other things I'm going to share with you, and they might do everything perfectly. But if they didn't commit wholeheartedly to their intention, they will not see results and they'll think the process isn't working. So it's very important that you pay attention to this single point. This is going to sound a little strange, but when I say commit, in a sense, I mean you have to commit not only to the intention, but to the person themselves. You must act as if you are already in a relationship with this person. And of course, I don't mean to their face that you should talk to them as if you're their girlfriend or boyfriend. They may be a stranger. You may barely know each other. Don't take action in that way yet. I'm talking about how you perceive yourself in your mind and how you interact with others as a result of that self-perception. So, I like to connect this to a technique I heard about from Neville Goddard. I'm sure many of you are familiar with him. He is one of my all-time favorite spiritual teachers. But he teaches that if an unmarried single woman wants to be married, every night before sleeping, she should envision herself wearing a wedding ring and imagine how it would feel on her finger, how it would feel walking around with that ring until it becomes so real to her she can literally feel it. And if she can make that real to her in her imagination, she will manifest being married. So we can actually apply a very similar scenario here. In your mind, in your imagination, you no longer want to see yourself as a single, uncommitted person. You want to see yourself as in a committed relationship with this person you desire. So ask yourself, if I was dating this person, would I be daydreaming about these 10 other people during the day? No, probably not. Would I be downloading new dating apps to try to meet other people? Probably not. Would I be flirting with other people all the time at random? No. So begin to treat yourself and your interactions and your thoughts as if you're already dating this person. Now, the mechanics of this are a bit mysterious. I don't know exactly how it works. All I know is that I've seen it work for so many people. This is so key here, guys. Somehow, the person you desire will be able to sense these energies of love, commitment, and support you're sending them through this change in your perception. And it will make them desire a relationship with you. It's one of those mysterious things in the universe, how we can truly pick up on and interpret energy from others, no matter where we are or how far away from them we are or how little we know them. Which really leads me into step 2, which of course is to meditate and visualize. Now, as I said at the beginning of this video, I highly recommend using subliminals while you meditate, especially when it comes to remote seduction, because for 99% of you listening, if you have someone in mind that you want a relationship with, and you knew before this video that you wanted this relationship, which I'm sure you did, but it still hasn't manifested, it's almost guaranteed you have pockets of resistance, and you may not even be aware of these negative thought patterns. In fact, some of them may be very deeply rooted in your subconscious mind. Our subconscious is essentially the part of our mind that works on autopilot. So many things we hear as children, many things we internalize through our early relationships, through our first romantic relationships, get recorded in our subconscious and then played on a loop in the background of our mind over and over. And so this is why we keep seeing the same negative patterns play out in our relationships, and why we find it so difficult to believe we're worthy enough of a certain person's love to create that relationship with them. So in order to manifest a relationship with someone specific, it is imperative that you identify and clear out this resistance in your being. And subliminal affirmations tracks are a fantastic way to do that. Like I said, they are designed for this exact thing, for bypassing the conscious mind, rewiring the subconscious, and allowing you to manifest so much faster. So I will link in the description box a couple different subliminal tracks. You can choose whichever one resonates most with you. Each of these tracks will be very effective as a tool for your remote seduction practice. As you meditate, as you visualize, you want to envision yourself in a relationship with this person. Now, it's very important that as you visualize, you engage as many senses as possible. You want to imagine this relationship so frequently and in such great detail that it becomes as real to you as any relationship you've ever had in the past. Of course, typically for the normal person, this doesn't happen with one time meditating and visualizing. Because we have these habits of thought in our mind already, it can take us days, weeks, or sometimes even months. But I promise you, if you keep envisioning this relationship you want to manifest, every time you imagine it, it will become more real. And one day that switch will flip in your brain. It will go from being a very distant imagination to feeling real. You will know, you might get chills or feel like some kind of emotion well up while you're envisioning. You'll have some sign from the universe that it's working, and that is when you will know it's on the brink of manifestation. There's no way to tell how long it will take, but I always tell people to give it at least, at bare minimum, 21 days. Research has shown that 21 days is the average time frame it takes our brain to form and internalize a new habit, which of course is true not only for habits like making our bed or exercising, but also thought habits. So give it 21 days of consistency, 21 days of commitment to this person, to this manifestation energetically, and just watch what happens in your life. That's basically the end of the steps, but I like to add a little step 3, which is really a necessary step for manifesting anything. And this step is let it go. You've probably heard the cliche, if you love something, let it go. Well, in the law of attraction community, we could say, if you want to manifest something, let it go. So often we suffocate our own desires because we're taking score too soon, because we're trying to manage every detail of when it's going to happen and how it's going to happen. Look at the universe as your matchmaker in this situation. The universe is controlling all the details, the timing, the when, the how, the who. All you need to focus on is maintaining alignment with your vision, which means not contradicting your own intention with negative thoughts, not backtracking energetically, not doubting your own worthiness of this relationship or your own power to create it. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I hope you found it helpful in manifesting someone specific into your life. Please subscribe to this channel if I resonated with you. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought of this video. Share any of your own personal experiences with relationships, with using the law of attraction to create a relationship, or anything else you'd like to share with this community. Have a magical rest of your day, and I'll see you again in the next podcast.